welcome back to my channel. I am sorry about the echo in here, but I am going to do a voiceover for the rest of this video so you won't have to worry. Today I wanted to do a yoga flow for you guys because I haven't done one yet, and I really wanted to do just a short one to help you guys relax. And this is the one that I usually do when I'm really anxious and I don't want to do anything at all, but I know that yoga is the healthiest outlet for me whenever I'm feeling really anxious and stressed. So even doing like 10 to 15 minutes, it is enough to just provide me with so much mental clarity. So I wanted to do something for you guys to help you out in case you're new to yoga or you don't really know what to do in order to relax for yourself. So stay tuned, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up.
Begin with a seated position at the top of your mat and join me for 5 full deep breaths. On each inhale, create length from the base of your spine through to the top of your head. Relax your face and jaw, bringing focus towards your shoulders, rolling them back to create space. On your next inhale, raise your arms above your head and link your thumbs. Tilt to the left, feeling a side body stretch on your right. And on an exhale, return to the center. Once more, inhale and tilt to the right. Hold to feel that same side body stretch on your left, and release back to center on an exhale. Repeat the sequence once more on your own. Releasing your arms, place your palms and knuckles firmly into the floor in front of you, spreading your fingers wide and pushing your body back into a neutral tabletop position. Align your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Begin to make large circles with your hips, opening up your hip flexors and warming up your body. Do about 3 to 5 circles before you reverse directions. Returning to neutral position, begin arching and rolling your back with cat-cow, connecting your movement and breath at your own pace, keeping your neck long. As you inhale, curl your toes under, tilting your pelvis back, dropping your belly, keeping your core engaged and gazing up gently. On your exhale, release the tops of your feet to the floor. As you tip your pelvis forward, feel your spine naturally begin to round. Take your gaze down towards your navel and repeat. Return to neutral back position once you're finished. Make your way to your feet at shoulder width apart, pressing into the 4 corners of each foot equally. On an inhale, raise your arms up to your sky, and exhale as you bend your knees and fold your body forward, allowing your arms to fall to the floor. I like to repeat this sequence a couple of times to warm up my body, arms, hamstrings, matching the flow of my breath with my movement. On your next exhale, take a few moments to just sway and forward fold with your knees bent. Inhale, pressing hands to your shins for flat back, straightening your elbows, creating length between your pubic bone and your navel. Exhale, releasing fingertips to the floor, relaxing your neck. Spread your fingers, pressing palms into your mat. Step back into plank pose, keeping your elbows tight against your body. Slowly lower yourself down into chaturanga. Push your pelvis through while you rise into upward facing dog, creating space in your upper back by rolling your shoulders down. Push your tailbone up and back, heels pressing towards the floor, head relaxed and arms are firm. Hold downward facing dog for 5 breaths and feel free to pedal your legs if it feels good for you. Raise your right leg straight up into the air. Touch your right knee to your right elbow and straight back up. Back down to touch your left elbow and up. Finally, bring your right knee forward and hold, then release your right foot in between your hands. Stack your back ankle over your toes and front knee over your ankle as you square your hips off and rise into crescent lunge, raising your hands high above your head. If this is too much for you, feel free to drop that back knee for low lunge. Moving into Warrior 1, keeping your arms straight up, drop your back heel and turn it inwards at a 45-degree angle. Make sure your knee is still stacked above your ankle for your front leg. Hold for 2 breaths. Moving into Warrior 2 on an exhale, lower your arms and relax your shoulders, feeling the energy radiate from the tips of your fingers. You want your right arm in front and your left arm behind you. Inhale, straightening your front leg and imagining that someone is tugging your front arm, then tip your body to the right for Trikonasana or triangle pose, gazing up towards your top thumb. Exhale, safely releasing your hands to the floor, stepping back into downward facing dog. Step or float back into forward fold with your knees bent. Rising up for a huge full body stretch and back down for a seated twist with your hands in prayer and your knees behind your toes. Place your hands back onto the floor, releasing the twist and stepping back into plank pose, going through our flow once again and meeting in downward facing dog. As we hold in downward dog, feel free to pedal your legs once again before raising your left leg up and pulling your left knee to left elbow, up to the sky and down to your right elbow, and finally up, then pull your knee inward to hold before placing it in between your hands. Rising up for crescent lunge, remembering that low lunge is always an option. Turning your right heel inward at a 45-degree angle for warrior pose, hold for 2 full breaths. Then release your arms into warrior 2, relaxing your shoulders, and hold. Straighten that front leg while feeling that tug once again before tilting to your left into Trikonasana. If it's too much for your neck to look at your thumb, then you can just relax it and look ahead. Inhale, squaring yourself back off before stepping into downward dog and walking or floating into forward fold. Full body stretch all the way up and back down into our seated twist to the right with our hands in prayer. Release the twist, placing your hands back on the floor and flowing through Chaturanga with elbows tight to the body, leading with your pelvis in upward facing dog and relaxing into child's pose. Hold for a few breaths. From child's pose, make your way to a seated position, connecting the soles of your feet and feeling your hip flexors open. Lift your right leg and cross it over your left, hugging it towards your body with your left arm and twisting to the right with your right arm as a stand. Lengthening your spine on each inhale and twisting on an exhale. Repeat this twist on the left side. Make your way to your back, then raise your legs straight up into the air, pointing and flexing your toes. Keeping your tailbone as close to the mat as possible, grab hold of your feet for happy baby. Release your feet to the floor, bending your knees and bringing your heels close to your bum. Place your arms down beside you and your palms facing downwards, lifting your hips up into bridge pose. Repeat a few times, interlacing your fingers if you need more of a stretch. If wheel pose is in your practice, feel free to play around with this as well. Whether you are in wheel pose or bridge pose, release yourself down to the floor and grab hold of your feet again for happy baby pose. Gently rock from side to side if that feels good for you. Bringing your knees into your chest, give yourself a huge hug and begin to sway once more. Moving into Savasana, you can either have your legs straight out or having your knees up and collapsing inwards together if that's better for your back. And we're just going to take a few breaths here, thanking ourselves for taking on this practice. Let this also be a chance for you to be mindful of your breath. If you're not quite ready to come out of corpse pose yet, feel free to pause this video. If you are, then come join me in seated position, raising our arms all the way up and releasing down, right back up once again, and back down. One more time, reaching our arms high up and putting your palms together, bowing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.
So that is everything for today. I hope you all enjoyed this kind of video. Let me know down below if you'd like to see more, less yoga flows, and I hope this all relaxed you guys, helped you just become more mindful for the day, and I will see you all in my next video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and turn on my little notification bell wherever that is so that you guys get notified for my next posting, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!